G'day,
Hello there.
I'm Ozzy Robbo,
I'm English Gent.
and welcome to a rare episode where we have ventured back into the studio.
Studio, i.e. the bit between our lounge and the kitchen, because it's what? Coming up to Christmas!
And what does that mean?
It means Darren's been spending. So yeah, we've got probably our biggest ever Christmas decoration. You haven't really seen much, have you, of what's been coming? Well, you've seen things coming in, but you don't know what's been here. So yeah, we've got a huge set of weights. No, we've got a mass haul of Disney Christmas decorations, and we are going to be just doing the one tree this year. Join us after the intro and we'll be showing what you got.
So much to my relief, we're only doing one tree this year as opposed to two. Unfortunately, we are doing the Disney tree and not the Star Wars tree.
I put them up both years, so I don't know what you're saying about.
Yeah, but if I did put it up, then you'd just be changing it anyway, so let's...
True. The Monica Geller Bing of the family. We've got a huge... I was going to get like a handful of decorations this year.
Of course you were.
That got out of hand. So let's start with the unpacking of what we've got. Box number one. So this year Disney Store, because they've been closing all their stores, they seem to be doing more offers online, which is kind of good in that respect. So if you're a regular shopper there and you spend over certain amounts, you've been getting free gifts. And this is actually one I was going to get anyway, which was originally £15. It's one of their glass ornaments that they do every year. And I think it's dated on the back. But yeah, the Mickey and Minnie this year was free. So we were quite pleased with that. And
I think based on how much you spend, it's not really free at the end of the day, is it?
Is it ever free? Well, I do like to make sure that I spend enough to get free delivery as well. But yeah, so this is one of the few ones which comes packed, so it's protected, which is a good job because I think if it was in the store, it would get absolutely wrecked.
So it's basically Minnie and Mickey ice skating in the globe. Is this part of the new designs that they've been doing?
It's part of the... So they've kept it in theming with this year's main theme, which is Waltz Lodge. Not Log. Waltz Lodge. So it's got that whole kind of like wood cabin kind of vibe they've got going on. So all the illustrations, including sort of the sides of the boxes, are all kind of the... I actually really loved last year's, but this year's is actually kind of a bit more retro, I'd say. They've gone for the white mouse faces or mice faces.
Or big eyes.
Yeah, whereas last year it was more along the lines of this one. But it was free. So I was really pleased with that, and it's got 2021 on the back. So we can remember yet another hellish year of living in the UK. So next up we're going dark with Scar from The Lion King. And this one's got like a really nice colouring. So we actually followed the artist who designs most of these decorations, and we'll put a link to Steven's work down below. But they've really gone for it, and it's a light up effect, and it also comes with sound. What I do like about this one is that he's in the design, the illustration, he's actually done it like with a colouring, like a green colouring on top of purple, and then it actually shows in the figure at the front. You can see the light sort of shining on certain parts of his limbs. So they've actually done it into the paintwork. I think it's a really beautiful one it's a nice and not what you'd expect from a Christmas decoration.
It's very well painted. The detail on the face is quite good on this one. So yeah, it's a great little painted figure. Yeah.
The pose is awesome as well. This next one is one of their anniversary range, which they do every year. So this is for the 40th anniversary. Oh my god, it's 40 years of The Fox and the Hound, and that was one of my favourite Disney films as a child. Still makes me cry now and traumatises me. But yeah, it's just like a really beautifully glass sort of blown bauble. Quite heavy, would you say?
Yeah, it's got a fair weight to it. It's a nice little piece. It has got flowers on the sides, and one thing you can see is you can see the edge of the sticker on the flowers.
Yeah, the transfer is very
so it's not the greatest in terms of that, and you will need to clean it before it goes on the tree.
Yeah. So, they do these every year, like I say, and this year it just happens to be the 40th anniversary of Fox and the Hound. Ooh. Now, the next one is one I got for you. It's one we saw in our last trip which was just before Christmas in 2019 to Walt Disney World. And it was Chip and Dale, but it was a classically glass bauble. And it's huge as well. So we decided best not to buy it while we were there because we had no way of getting it back really in one piece. And luckily enough, they've started selling it in the UK on the website, so I managed to order one of those. And that was a nice little surprise for you, wasn't it?
It was a very nice little surprise, thank you.
You didn't tear up, but...
Was I supposed to?
Yes, cry. But yeah, it's really beautiful, and it'll fit really nicely as a centerpiece, I think, as well because of the size. And they seem to love releasing these every year, and that is Lilo and Stitch. Stitch especially, but this one's actually got Lilo on it as well, which I'm quite pleased with. And it's another musical one. So it's them hula dancing. I love that song.
I assume that's from the film?
You assume right. No copyright?
No copyright strikes, let's stop that.
But yeah, it's really nicely sculpted, and I like the way they've done it so it hangs. The actual main hanging element is coming from a bent tree, like an arch, rather than just being stuck in the top of one of their heads or something.
Yeah, very well sculpted, very well painted again. Yeah, nice little
quite heavy
decoration.
Well.
Yes.
Continuing the theme of Chip and Dale, we've got a couple of Chip and Dale nipple clamps. So it's like they come in a double pack. And they've done a couple of these. Well, I think there's the mice from Gus and the other, I can't remember the name, from Cinderella, and then you've also got Chip and Dale. And yeah, they're just like little clip-ons, so you can put them onto the Christmas tree branches. I think they're flocked as well. Yeah, flocked on but yeah, so they're just like clip-ons, so you can basically position them wherever you like. They had Tinkerbell as well, but I was like, we've got enough Tinkerbells. So this one, actually, I knew it was coming out, but it didn't come out immediately. And again, it's from...
The Headless Cinderella?
Headless Cinderella. So this is the very famous scene where Flora and Merryweather, the witches are... are the witches? The fairy godmothers? They're deciding on the colour to paint Cinderella's dress. And it's a light-up one, no music, but it literally... just changes colour and goes between the blue and the pink that they're sort of fighting over with their wands.
Why do they paint the dress?
Because it's magical and they're magic and they're making it for her. Feel the magic. But yeah, it's quite nice.
Drag Race Design Challenge?
Yeah. But that seems to sort of switch off after... if you leave it running, it just switches off by itself, which is good. I mean, it's just got the Sleeping Beauty title in the front in a gold sort of leaf. So next up we have got... the Winnie the Pooh A.A. Milne, and actually one of the first things I think I can remember seeing as a child, which I didn't even realise was connected to Disney when I was a child, because I just knew of the books. But it's Tigger! You know what the wonderful thing about Tiggers is? Tigger's a wonderful thing! Anyway, so it's just literally another addition to Winnie the Pooh collection of ornaments, which really seem to be gaining year by year, along with Lilo and Stitch and Cinderella.
And every other single one you buy?
Yeah. But I quite like it. I like the sort of storybook theme, and it's got a lovely detail on the back where they've just continued to make it look like a book, and the pages are all individually painted on top, so you've got that little separation. Now we're going really dark with the next one. This is Dornagog?
If you say so.
Lord of Bald Mountain, so Fantasia essentially, like the classic Fantasia, and it's Mickey and Gornagog, the devil, Satan, the gargoyle, with the little, is it the dancing mushrooms? Yeah, the dancing mushrooms, a little bit of sparkle as well, which I thought was quite nice. Mickey's painted a little bit.
And what about the thing on the shoulder? What's that?
That's the little unicorn, the baby unicorn.
Okay.
Or is it? Yeah, unicorn. Yeah, flying. No, Pegasus. And they've been releasing things from that film this last year in Funko Pops as well. So they seem to be going big on that. And it kind of always reminds me of Fantasmic as well. Now, we haven't got a Christmas tree for Star Wars this year, but it doesn't mean to say we haven't gone without Star Wars. So this is one of the few that they have released at Disney Store, and it's essentially iconic. What is it, Rob?
Luke Skywalker with the bantha? No.
Fake fan. Wampa.
The Wampa.
So, it's basically like a cave scene, but it's almost like one of those Fabergé egg type things where it's like etched from the sides. It's like half an egg shape and then him inside. It'd be nice if they'd put like a light up detail maybe around the lightsaber or something to make it like glow a bit. I'm probably going to shove some sort of fairy lights in between the cracks at the back.
No, but it's a nice little ornament. It's nicely constructed and painted.
They've added a little bit of sparkle in there as well, which is always nice because it means it catches the light a bit more.
And goes everywhere on the floor.
Yes. Next up we've got... so there's a couple of Alice in Wonderland ones this year. I've got loads of ones with Alice, but I haven't got any, I don't think, with the Mad Hatter. And I really like this one. I saw Steven do he shared his sketch on his Instagram of this one, and I really loved it. It's like he's caught like the character perfectly, and it's just like a lovely pose. Sat on a saucer with the cups, and you've even got the tea in there as well. Yeah. I would try to do the voice, but I really can't do it very well.
I think we're all good without that.
You've actually seen this one because you've commented on an element of this one which doesn't look right. So this next one is the 55th anniversary Winnie the Pooh. And it's actually an iconic sort of scene. And one of I think I showed you this when I first came home with it from the Disney Store. And very quickly you pointed out an element where...
Well, his feet are coming up that way and his head's that way, so he wears his body and it's like his...
He's being crammed into a ball.
Well, not even that. It's like his body doesn't line up with the rest of the body, but anyway.
He's got basically a bum and legs at the back of his head if you don't look at it at the right angle. It's quite weird, but it's one of those things where once you see it, you can't not see it. So I'm going to be very careful when I hang it on the tree to make sure it's just literally face on, I think, with him in the front. But yeah, it's got some really nice detail again. It's got honey all over there, some bees.
We all know how much you love bees.
The bees! Now, this one is... I don't actually have much of an attachment to this film, but it's Basil the Great Mouse Detective. But a viewer out there will, and that was my brother, because he was very young when this film came out.
Is he still watching?
Hopefully he's still watching. Are you in there watching? With his new baby. Yeah, so my brother loved this film so much as a very, very young child. He had a hamster, and he called it Basil, after Basil the Great Mouse Detective. Basil didn't last long either. But yeah, really nice detail.
Why did you murder him with your jokes as well?
Oh.
No, it's very well constructed, it's very well painted. I feel like the quality is a bit better this year than maybe previous years.
I mean, they've even put like a frosted glass kind of in his spyglass. So we mentioned that we didn't want to buy any more sort of like Tinkerbell ones, but yeah, can't escape this one. This is really good. She's got the attitude going on. Good old fairy attitude. You know about that. And she's basically stood on the map of Never Neverland.
Yeah, again, very well painted. The map's nicely painted
yeah.
behind her, and she's her detail is very good. Yeah, so it's nicely done.
They seem to put some extra effort into Tinkerbell every year, I think, because I think it's one of the leading designs that they always do. They're like a leading character they always have, because everybody wants to have Tinkerbell on their Christmas tree, because nothing says Christmas quite like a fairy on your tree. Last year I bought it's one of their little maquette statues from Disney Store where it's all the gang on the tree. No, all the gang on a train going around the tree, and then it's a musical. It's a little like a musical box thing going on. And this year we've got this one. So this year this is very much like keeping in with the Waltz Lodge theme. So this is basically all the gang at home in the lodge, and they're all they're all putting up Christmas decorations on the Christmas tree. So you've got Donald, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, Mickey, and you can spot even Chip and Dale in the tree.
Yeah.
But I think it's really well made, and it came in one piece, so I was really happy.
Is this the one you brought back from France?
No.
Oh.
So the one last year was musical as well. I can't remember what that one played, where it was the same, or it might have been a different tune actually. But it's quite nice. We've started. You start something that won't finish. Oh, slowing down. The remix. Bing.
Right, that's it for now. That's it for the year now. I need to play it again.
No need to play it again. But yeah, it's quite well made. It's like a polystone, the usual thing, so it has that polystone smell when you get it out of the box. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's really nicely painted.
They're all wearing check clothing as well.
Yeah, which is also a theme. If anybody's been going to the Disney store or on the website or in the parks, they're doing the usual thing of plaid sort of night shirts, sort of lumberjack shirt type things, hats, etc. This one is from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it is
The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
whose name is
Quasimodo.
Yes.
That was actually just a guess.
This is actually one so this is originally one of the expensive ones, the legacy ones. No, Sketchbook. Yeah, Sketchbook Legacy 3 of 12. So originally this one was 20 quid. And I held out, and looking enough, this week went into the store and it was £10, so it went half price. I personally, the reason why I didn't buy it originally was because for 20 quid for an ornament that size,
it's expensive for 20
I thought
quid.
you'd be singing the Hunchback of Notre Dame song. I thought it would be like kind of the main theme, and you would sing the theme tune, write the theme tune. Little Britain reference there. Anyway.
Someone's laughing somewhere.
Yeah, so I was really pleased when I saw that this week. I think it's the only thing I did actually buy this week.
Really?
So we may not have got over to Walt Disney World this year again. Third time. But we did manage to get some ornaments from the 50th anniversary range. First of which is a bit of a corker. A glass blown one, and one we don't think we'd ever have got back ourselves from the parks. But it's basically the whole Walt Disney World in one bauble. What do you see?
I see the Tree of Life. I see Spaceship Earth, the castle, Tower of Terror.
So all the icons. So you've got the park icons in there. You've got Mickey and Minnie at the front.
Yeah.
And then, again, they've used transfers. Some cases are better than others.
You can't see the edge of the transfers as much as you could on that other one.
No, but they're very small as well. We've got a classic sort of Mickey hat ears. You normally get them with either rides, or there's usually one which sort of says the year on it. And this year they've done the 50th, and it's Mickey and Minnie in their get-up for the 50th anniversary. The rest of the gang is on the back. Again, it's got all the park icons, but this one also has like a nice little... Well, it's very subtle, but I didn't even realise it did this. Was it lights up, and it actually has fireworks. So they've got like gaps in the... I'm assuming it's made of like the plastic, and they've got semi-see-through parts on it, and it kind of changes. I thought it was quite a nice little... For the size of it, I think Rob's just probably pleased that it doesn't play music. Okay, next. Oh look, another 50th anniversary. So this one is just Mickey on his own. And they actually started...
that's mentioned.
I know. I nearly bought this though on import for a fair bit more. And luckily enough, the day before I was planning on buying it, it went out on Disney Store UK. They suddenly randomly decided to release a bunch of them over here, which I was like overjoyed. Wish they'd do that more often with some of the other rarer kind of ones you get in the parks. But no, it's Mickey in his iridescent outfit.
Wow.
What is it? It's Minnie in her iridescent dress. Basically same as the Mickey, but they've done them both separately, which is quite nice. I quite like, because we've had some of the ones where it's them two representing each park.
Posing like you do.
My best dress, my bestie is on. But yeah, I think they're quite nicely done. Oh, now this one was something I was hoping was going to come out. I saw Steven's drawings and illustrations of it, and it never came out for weeks and weeks. But finally it came out, and it is the Beauty and the Beast Be Our Guest scene from Beauty and the Beast. And it's got everything. literally everything. It's got napkins dancing, it's got corks popping, it's got what else has it got on there? So you've got the whole gang in the front, and also this has got the added bonus of, guess what? Rob's favourite thing.
Watch out, because the teapot's lid goes off.
It's got a oh yeah, and the teapot, Mrs.
Teapot.
So Mrs. Potts, played by
Murder, She Wrote.
Yes, that's close enough. And yeah, so one of Robert's favourite things and elements of all of these.
Yes, we are guests. Put our service.
Is this like the Tron electronic version?
Yeah, So the problem with a lot of these are the speakers that they use, and the kind of it has like a tinny.
Sounds like a robot.
I feel like you should have to put something over it to sort of make it a bit more subtle. I think they missed a beat here with not having like a light that goes through that bit of pink plastic. That would have been rather lovely. But it is a beautiful design as a whole. It's beautifully framed. All the characters in there, even using plates and bubbles, for God's sake. We have
A chair.
Luckily, this chair's got some characters on it. It's the Aristocats. So basically, so the only thing missing on it is O'Malley, I think. So yeah, O'Malley's not there, but the whole family's there, and it's actually like quite a nice flocked armchair.
Yeah, cool.
I actually quite like the thing I like about the Aristocats is the music, but also the kind of the jazz aspect of it. I couldn't care less about cats personally myself, but I love dogs. But I will say that they do
half our subscription audience.
But I do love the way they represent the Aristocats every year, and I've been buying pins from that film this year as well. This one I have a bit of an attachment to, and I'm sure plenty of other people out there will. It's from the famous kind of, well, probably the most famous anti-Christmas movie from Disney. It's Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's Lock, Shock and Barrel. I used to collect these when I was early 20s, late 90s.
You collected everything.
But yeah, but I didn't collect Jack. I literally just had these three. I had action figures of them. I had little things where their masks were removed. I had replica masks of them. I just really like it, and it's just something a little bit different for the Christmas tree. It's a bit dark, and
just like you.
Yeah, just like you. Really nicely made. Doesn't have any sounds. Doesn't have any lights.
Oh wow, it's quite an impressive one.
And you have a little bit of a history with this particular one from your first trip at Walt Disney World.
I do.
Ruff, ruff, ruff. Oh, yes. It would be nice to be a dog. Then I could stick my head out the window when we drive, and my tongue would flap in the wind.
So that was kind of, I have a really fond memory of that because it was one of those things where I got to see you interacting with Disney Imagineering firsthand, and seeing you just kind of light up when you did it. It was kind of like, it was just really funny.
Squirrel. I'm a great tracker. Have you seen a bird? Hi there.
It's quite impressive. They've got loads of different ones.
Yeah, and so I wasn't going to get him, and then I was
My
like...
name is Doug. I have just met you, and I love you.
But yeah, it is a beautiful ornament. They've done a really good job on the sculpt, and it's quite heavy.
Yeah, it is fairly heavy. You're going to have to be careful.
Big lump of polystone. Now for the more recent films, we've got Luca. So we've got actually, I really love this part in Luca. The bike, the sort of hobbled together bike that they nearly die on. This is another one I left quite late, and I ended up getting it on sale because of it. So I was quite pleased with that.
It's very well painted. The eyes are really nice.
They've done quite a good job with the sizing. It's all kind of all the elements are there. Literally every single element is in there. Even the sort of smoke coming from behind the bike. It's even got the bike stand on the sides there. Last year, so we've had a few tree toppers. We've got a Star Wars one, which you can see in the video in the link down below. So this year I decided to invest in on sale. Didn't pay full price because full price it is £30. So I got it for I think £16. But yeah, so it's Mickey and Minnie again. There was a Tinkerbell one, but with the past experience with the wings, I didn't want to go through that trauma again. So we've got Mickey and Minnie, again from the Waltz Lodge range and theming. And it's got kind of like a rustic metal star. What would you say? How would you describe it?
It's a classic looking star.
It's the stars go, but no, it's got a bit more light coming out of it. It's one of those where it's just going to be like. I still think they could do with putting stronger lights in these things because
again they've got the big eyes, which is I guess the design this year.
It's the old school. It's kind of like the sort of really, really old school.
This feels very modern, big eyes though.
But yeah, so it's just them singing carols. I'm assuming, not reading the Bible or Harry Potter to each other. It's like, but no, it's quite nice. I wanted something this year which was just literally a star. So that is all of our Disney, like traditional Disney Christmas for this year. We're going to do a vlog of the Christmas tree when I put it up this weekend, hopefully. I'm going in for my booster, so I might not be in any shape or form to do it. But before we go, we have got something for next year's Star Wars tree, but also to give a bit of Star Wars for this year, which is a brand new sort of what would you, same as the other one, it's a figurine, a musical figurine.
Star Wars diorama
maquette, and it's the Ewoks all dressing a Christmas tree with various items and things from around the Star Wars galaxy and universe. This was a random one because it literally just got released 3 weeks ago, sort of the end of November.
Right.
And it's only just come out in the parks randomly, so it came out here first and then in the parks.
Right.
Yeah, it's nicely boxed, got a bit of theming, and hopefully they'll keep this up. The gang earlier on, the Disney gang, this is very detailed and very heavy.
It is really heavy.
Really heavy. But it is musical as well. Just press that button. There's a hidden button somewhere.
What, the one with on, off on?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite nice. I think I actually would have preferred it to have been like a musical box kind of version of that, like a sort of weird sort of...
It's actually interesting they've got like a C-3PO stuffed toy, which I actually think is a lot better than most of the stuff they sell based on C-3PO in the park. Really.
Make it. And what else is on there? There's
someone's probably selling on Etsy right now.
A snow Death Star. R2-D2 poking out the bottom of the snow. And then there's that lovely detail on the back, which is one of the
babies
with a wrapped
Chicken Walker
ATST, which I never got for Christmas.
Oh my god, here we go again.
I never got for Christmas. I asked for it, never got it for Christmas. But yeah, it's really lovely, and I love the fact
maybe this Christmas is the one.
Would you? But no, it's a really nice addition, and it means we've got something which is Star Wars based this year, even if we haven't got a large tree.
You say that as if we haven't got anything Christmas Star Wars based.
We have. What do you mean? So we've got a Christmas tree for Star Wars in some shape or form, and that'll go at the bottom of the Disney tree this year, so look out for that when we show that in a couple of weeks, maybe just before Christmas. That's been this year's haul of Christmas decorations. I am actually kind of hoping they don't release lots of things that I like next year, because I would like to have a break.
You and me both.
But now I've got to go and dress it, basically. I've got to get the Christmas tree out of the cupboard. So this weekend for us is Christmas decorating and Christmas films. So Die Hard it is. Is it a Christmas film? Is it not? Tell us down below.
No, Batman Returns will be the
Batman Returns. That's a Christmas film. So yeah, let us know what you...
And Emmett Otter's Junk Band Christmas.
Which one?
Emmett Otter's Junk Band Christmas.
So yeah, we're going to be decorating this weekend if my booster shot doesn't take hold of me, and I've got the energy to pull through and get festive. But yeah, so let us know down below what you like to put on your Christmas tree every year. Do you have a Disney themed one? Do you mix up your themes? Do you have a Star Wars one? Do you have a DC one? Do you have a Marvel one? Do you just chuck it all on there? Let us know what you like to do with your Christmas tree, and if you could make your perfect Christmas tree, what would it be? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you can leave a comment down below, that's awesome. We love hearing from you. But also you can follow us on social media at
Aussie Robbo and the English Gent on Instagram, and Robbo and Gent on Twitter.
So we'd like to see you up there as well, because we'll be putting more photos and clips on there for you to enjoy.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Of course it does.
Talking about myself in the third. I can't remember her name. That's really bad.
What kind of Disney fan are you then?
I can't remember. Why can't I remember her name?
Battery's counting down.
Mrs. Mrs. Potts.
See, that's half right.
I remember Chip.
Put it down now. Put it down.
Before
Because you're going to drop it,
I drop it.
and you're going to cry.
And this was. My heart sank. My Christmas spirit sank.
Just want to drop it.
So yeah, we have actually got
Scream.
anyway. Doing my Pippa thing. So you'll be glad to hear that's the last one. That's it.
Wow.
End of. Cut. Gone.
Thought it would never end.